guard nila. Sobrang high level na event na to. Pati mga guard nila nagbibideo. Yun o. Di ba? Saan ka nakakita niyan? Grabe. Okay, so pupunta kami ngayon sa Resorts World Manila. Kasama ko si Ma'am Joanne.
Hello!
Si Pao at saka si Aika. Yan. So, ang gagawin namin doon... Ano nga ba gagawin namin doon? Hindi, joke lang. Alam ko. Ang gagawin namin doon, pupunta kami sa isang forum. Tapos marami daw advertisers doon.
Ad conference. Tapos doon sa ad conference na yun, magto-talk kami about influencer marketing in gaming. So, si Pao, which is yung in-announce namin, i-announce namin na CGO namin, meron siyang mga sabihin. Ano sabihin mo, Pao?
Sasabihin ko ay sasagutin ko ang kanilang mga tanong. Yun.
Tanong lang ba yun?
Kasi ano siya eh, panel siya eh.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be asking questions kung, for example, ako sa esports kasi handle ko. So yung mga pro players, yung mga esports teams, ano ba yung ginagawa nila para magdala sila ng influence to their viewership? So yun yung mga questions na sasagutin ko mamaya. Pinaghandaan ko yung sagot ko ng 2 seconds.
Pero ano naman kami, like, yung sinasabi naman namin talaga na, I mean, feeling ko lahat naman ang sasabihin namin dun, yun yung sinasabi namin for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Tanda ako dun pakinggan.
Nag-agree pa ako.
Ang tanda ako dun pakinggan, pero for the past 10 years, parang yun naman yung sinasabi namin, it's gonna be the same thing. So, hopefully, may mga maniwala dun sa sasabihin namin dun. Yun lang naman, at excited ako magpunta doon. Sa ngayon, pupuntahan muna namin si Bianca. Pangatlong beses namin na siya daanan ngayon dahil sobrang tagal na mag-ayos.
So kanina ka pa sa sasakyan.
Oh
my God!
Si Toper na ngayon nag-drive kanina pa ikot-ikot eh. So ito, pangatlong beses na to. Sana itong daan namin na to, nandito na siya. Sige, yun guys. Bye.
Tryke, binilang ko sa...
Handa ka na ba sa Ad Summit?
Handa na. Handa na kung ano sasabihin ko, bahala.
Ito na pala siya.
Okay, so nag-avail lang kami ng pop socket sa Twitter. And shoutouts pala kay Ma'am Trisha. And thank you for inviting us here dito sa Twitter booth. And yun, so hopefully maka-work namin si Twitter going forward at sana makahingi ako ng internet.
Picture mo na sila.
Hi guys, I'm with Carlo Oples. He's one of the most popular shoe vlogger out there. Hindi ba tawag doon, shoe vlogger?
Sneaker
YouTubers out there. So, ako kasi yung channel ko, it's more about like helping out other vloggers, YouTubers, like can you give them an advice on paano ka ba naging shoe YouTuber?
Sipag at tiyagalan talaga. Brute force style ko eh. So I came out with 900 videos in less than 2 years. I shoot edit by myself. So talagang sipag at tiyagalan. Brute force.
Grabe. Yun, so yun, wala ganun talaga eh. So, grind is the name of the game para kay Carlo. Pero follow nyo yung channel niya. Alam ko mas malaki yung channel niya sa akin, pero follow nyo pa rin.
Subscribe din kayo sa kanya.
If you're looking into mga shoes and stuff. Ako isa lang yung sapatos ko na lagi ko sinusuot eh.
Maganda naman.
Okay naman. Okay naman. Pero yun lang guys, supportan natin siya. Tapos kung gusto nyo maging shoe vlogger dyan, kailangan marami kayong pambili ng
first, no? First group.
How do I get more followers on Instagram?
Lahat daw kayo. Start with Gab. Start with me. Wow, how do I get more followers on Instagram? Well, wear really short shorts and make sure they're very colorful. Sorry? I guess take really good pictures. With Instagram, it's very important to have a really nice feed. So take good pictures.
I think for me, telling a good story is one thing. For a lot of Instagram, I think the Instagram stars, it's really because they're constantly telling a story every day.
I think consistency is key. Consistency in terms of content, not necessarily post videos or Instagram stories.
I recommend that you just leverage whatever platform that you have that is strong. So for example, if you are not, for example, like an Instagram model type, but you have a strong YouTube following or if you have a strong Facebook page, all you have to do is to divert them to Instagram. So for example, I have a YouTube channel. My Instagram account, I just post every now and then, doesn't have any strategy, but it has 130,000 followers.
Wow!
Because it's leveraging, for example, another platform that I'm strong at.
That's one tip, personally, that I try to practice as much as possible.
Be real. Be genuine.
magpakatotoo ka. Bawal na nagpupunulit.
Saka mahirap, no? Eventually, you get tired of pretending to be another person or another personality.
What about you, Tryke?
Well, for me, it's all about identity and what you want to portray to the public. Because, like, when you want to influence people, syempre you need that, like, one word that they will remember. So, for example, for me, since I have an influencer company, it's all about leadership. So sa akin po about leadership pa rin binabato. And I guess for other influencers, it should be the same. Parang may isang word dapat na maalala sa'yo, and I think that's very important.
Identity.
I think for me, because I mainly deal with esports players, esports teams, one thing that I've seen that really connects with the audience is really vulnerability. Because in my field, you are not always going to win. Sometimes we lose games the same way in the NBA. LeBron will lose one season, then this season he's surging in the early stretches. So by showing that vulnerability, you are connecting to your audience in a way that they can feel that they can engage with you. Because if all they see is all of the wins, then at some point it seems manufactured and curated. And while that you will do that naturally anyway, because you can choose what to put in, it still helps to at least show them that tao ka lang tayo. At a certain point. So at a certain storyline. So I think that's it for me. Vulnerability is also important.
Vulnerability.
I think for me, talagang consistency talaga. I mean, bato ka lang ng bato. Kasi walang concrete answer sa algorithm ng social media networks ngayon.
Correct.
And sa dami ng influencers ngayon, kung hindi ka magbabago, maiiwanan ka eh. Kung sakali quality yung iba, magbabago rin ang quality, pero quantity pa rin yung laban dito.
Totoo yan, diba walang surefire formula eh. Magtataka, bakit trending tong video na to?
And I think it changes. It changes. So if bato ka ng bato and then the meta game for content changes, then at least you're still in fun.
I think relevance din.
Okay. So speaking of content, there are times na may stumbling block. Ano na ba itong next kong ipopost? What influences you? Parang, di ba, writer's block. So how do you get back?
Writer's block for content. Well, you take a lot of inspiration from what works. So for example, my strategy has always been, well, one, you have to study kasi how the algorithm works or how the platform works. So how YouTube works, how Instagram works, how Facebook works, because more or less, if it's organic, 80% of your views will come from recommendations by the algorithm. If you have all the money in the world, even if you have crappy creative, then of course you can push it to as many people as possible with media. But if you are a creator, for example, like us, we really need to study the platform. So for example, just to answer your question, if I'm thinking of making a review for new shoes, what I'll do is I'll take a look at what are the most popular reviews right now on YouTube based on their views, so that I can create content against that. So kunyari, kung gusto ang Ultra Boost 20, kakalabas na ng bagong Ultra Boost, may Ultra Boost 19, may Ultra Boost 20. So lahat ng tao gagawa ng reviews ng Ultra Boost 20. So I want to ride that wave. So I'll create content against what's popular. Kasi ultimately, the algorithm is the one that will push you to get more views. So the more you study it, parang the better chances you have.
I think dapat observant ka talaga. Kasi sa mga ganun, kailangan yung ibabato mong content natataon, hindi dapat magbabato ng kung ano mang meron. And siguro, ayun, dapat kailangan pag-aralan kung saan mo ilalagay ng platform. For example, lalagay mo sa Instagram, Facebook, ibang-iba yan. Sa Instagram, ayusin mo yung filter, kailangan maayos yung feed mo, pag-tinignan. Sa Facebook, kahit photo post ka lang ng for me lang naman to, kung sakali magandang photo na sa tingin mo, kasi different audiences yun.
Speaking of audience, because again, for me, it's gaming and esports. The global audience for gaming can be quite big, but at the same time, when you take a look at what is working, it tends to, meron siyang mga similarities, meron siyang mga differences. And we're not saying, just to build on yung sinabi ng mga people on the panel so far, we're not saying that you need to invest on sobrang analytics and data na napakalalim na you're thinking, you have to throw in millions of pesos into budget to hire the smartest people like a think tank. Sometimes it really is just looking at what works and kung saan ka natutuwa, anong nakikita mo. You can sometimes be stuck in that mentality na I need to spend on analytics when all you need to do is create and throw?
I disagree. So parang ako kasi, the bulk of my content is analytics driven. So while I have a creative, for example, intuition for what I want to make, I will really base the content that I create based on what people are searching for, what's trending, kumbaga, yun yung has been my North Star. Maybe there's a way to do it without analytics, but I just don't want the importance of analytics to be understated if you want to create content. Kasi for example, for the appreciation of people, when I started creating content, as in talaga parang SEO style, you take a look at what people are searching for on Google, what people are searching for on YouTube, ano yung content na hinahanap ng pangmatagalan, and then I'll create content against that. Kasi the chances of it getting more views in the long tail are much higher. So ako, I'm really pro analytics guy.
Ako, I totally agree with both of them. Kasi with analytics talaga, there's truth to the word analytics. Siyempre, it's science in a sense.
Yes. Big option.
Most particularly sa mga tao na ito yun.
Yes.
Analytics numbers and number of audience, very important.
Yeah, but at the same time, the biggest currency naman talaga in social media right now is attention. How to get attention is the most important thing that you have to know. So in the case of Mr. Carlo, kumbaga, he got it through analytics. Doon niya nakuha yung attention. Pero kasi in our case, for example, one biggest example for Tier 1 is Team Payaman. Team Payaman is composed of the top bloggers in the country, which is called TV, Roger Rocker, Eman, and B. Cortez. So what we did is we provided them a condo unit, nagsama-sama sila, and then it just blew up. Like, gumawa ng content every day. I'm sure that they're not into analytics, pero they found a way to get the attention na pumasok sa kanila because they are together. And so, I think like you're both right in a sense, but it's just more of like, it's a matter of figuring out how you get the attention. It can be through analytics, it can be through content.
With me naman kasi it's very difficult to kind of like explain because I am what you call accidental YouTuber. And even the content that I produce is also accidental. So what got me on YouTube is actually the complete opposite now of what I'm doing, which is more mental health, right? So basically right now, the way I'm doing it is not based necessarily on analytics or numbers or statistics. Actually no, let me take that back. Statistics, yes. Now I'm basing it more on what's happening in the world today. Not necessarily for the views, not necessarily to earn from it, but more for awareness. And I think that is, it's a thin line because, you know, we're talking about, yes, analytics, which is very important. I do believe it's very important. But in my case, again, I think it's a little unique because it's treading on world views, world topics, and at the same time, you know, being an influencer and being someone that actually causes influence.
Ikaw pa rin for a cause, di ba? Kung naman importante.
Siguro, I guess for us, so just for everyone to have an idea of what we do, we're Tier 1 Entertainment. We're a talent agency for gaming and esports. And we try to develop influencers on our own na may alam sa gaming. Kasi marami kasi talaga mga gamers hindi alam ang market ng sarili nila. At marami na mga naglalaro na parang closet gamers lang. Ayaw nilang sabihin na gamers sila. So, some of the artistas, some of the bigger celebrities naglalaro naman talaga but they don't show it out there. So, we created this company, my co-founder is Gutierrez. So, gumawa kami ng company na ito para ma-attract iba't ibang mga brands. With that being said, sige, I'll share this with everyone. Our gross sold advertising na pumasok sa amin last year was so gross revenues ng company namin in terms of like ad spend and media spend. So that shows for us na the game influencers are working parang influencers in terms of like being a medium to promote. Because we wouldn't be able to get that kung hindi naman kami gumagana ng view. And then I think that's something that I want to tell everyone here para makita kami sa opportunity in terms of like marketing your brand. And this year, we even have bigger revenues than that. Yun bigger than yun.
Malaki yung revenue. Sure yan. Very lucrative. Oo, pinaparapat na agad tayo. Parang kasi naman ang usapan na. So, can you just
Ito na yun, last question. Okay, ano yung pinakamagandang bagay sa buhay ng isang influencer? Aside from your revenue.
Yeah,
What's the best thing? And about being, revenue should always come second. I think it's being able to build engagement with people, being able to influence. And what the word influence really means is, it gets jumbled within the industry today, right? So, is it nice cars? Is it nice shoes? Is it e-gaming? Is it mental health? You have to understand people before you understand what influence really means. And I think, personally, the best thing is to be able to impact lives. Yes. That should come first. And then revenue second or third even. Because, when you keep thinking about, okay, how much I make, how much am I going to make this week, it kind of like destroys the meaning of what influence means. And I think that's the most important kind of like factor of being an influencer. That's why you're called an influencer. Because whatever it is you believe in, you're trying to influence other people to believe in it as well. You're not influencing people about money, right? You're not influencing, well, I know some people that, I know a lot of people that influence money, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to want to make money, but if that becomes kind of like your source or your main source or your driving factor, then there's a disconnect right away.
You really have to be genuine.
Yes. Thank you, Gab. Try.
Well, for me talaga it's parang influencing people in terms of what you really believe in. Because when you're an influencer, what you want to do talaga is to let everyone know what you are about and what you want to do. With me talaga, since day one, it's about gaming. And I wanted to change the perception of gaming in the Philippines and in Southeast Asia. So, siguro I'm correct it right now, some people still think that esports, which is now a medal sport in the Southeast Asian games, is the same as e-games, which is technically Pogo. Iba yun, like esports is esports and e-games is e-games.
Sorry.
Iba lang kasi ng perspective na. Hindi ko masyadong pinawalagan, but I think it's about time, especially with this audience. So esports and e-games are two different things, and just changing that perception of gaming not being a bad thing. Looking at parents right now na nasa company namin na nakita na, sa akin pala yung anak ko, sinuportahan mo sa pagdodota nila, sa pag-NML nila because they're earning so much right now. And it's not any different from supporting your kid as a basketball player or as a badminton player na nakikita natin yung support eh. Siguro I'll stop with it, I'll end this quote na parang sinabi ko hindi sa amin na parang kami nga po lumalaki na walang suporta. Paano pa kaya kung may suporta kami? Ano yung nagawa namin? And that's what we want to be as a company. We want to support the influencers in gaming so that they can do what they want to do.
I think just to build on that, I'd like to give more siguro a concrete experience on my end. Because aside from running the esports programs for Tier 1, I'm also the head coach of the Dota 2 national team for the SEA Games. And one thing that I usually come across, actually just last week, I had parents come up to me and ask me, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a medal sport? Is there going to be an incentive for the athletes that are going to be there? Is it going to be one event? When is it going to be? These questions. And at a certain point, one parent asked me, how did those players get there? And were they galing pa sila from broken family? And then, yung mga ganong stories. And from there, that's when I realized that the influence that you can wield as an influencer, at the end of the day, it's about leaving impact into their lives.
Yes.
So when I talked to these parents and I told them kung ano yung pinagalingan ng mga the people in my team, the athletes that will represent the Philippines for the Filipino team, I told them that they came from diverse backgrounds. I had one player who graduated as an accountant, but went the career pro path. I have a player on my team who is a first-time father. So he just got his first kid. He was born earlier this year. And then I told them about their journeys and all of these. And then tinanong nila sa akin, how do you get there? And then I told them the struggle that it takes. That it's just about discipline. It isn't just about people playing games all day. There's real, genuine hard work that goes into this. So at the end of the talk, I was able to influence that parent not to play games. Even though I'm an influencer in gaming, the influence that I left with them was that now they have a deeper perspective, or at least a different take on something that maybe they were not as educated about before. So impact is very important.
Ako po kasi, promoter ko ng esports in the Philippines. I've been in the industry for a while now. Siguro 10 years na. Wala pang term na esports before. Gaming pa lang. And hindi namin alam kung ano yung sasabihin sa gaming. And I am lucky enough to witness the progress of this industry. And masasabi ko po, and proud ako sabihin na may opportunities na dito sa industry namin. And hindi lang siguro na nakikita ng mainstream. Pero kung sakali lang na maging open kayo or may time kayo, siguro tingin kayo sa industry namin, okay naman dito. Tingin na yung na parang sinasabi na pag gamer ka, wala kang future, wala kang mangyayari sa buhay mo. I think, alisin na po natin yun. And best time na para kumuha po kayo ng influencer sa industry namin.
So alam niyo na, this is the next big thing.
Ako siguro kasi it depends on, I'll answer na for me. So what's the best thing it's done for me? Kasi I think it's very different per person. So ako, it's a hobby that I love that pays well. If I were to put it in a sentence. So I have a job, but when I go home, I'm excited. I do the videos because I'm excited. I edit myself. I don't have an editor, so I should edit myself because I'm excited. Because I have fun. I've done 900 videos in around 2 years by myself, but it's fun. It's not stress. And at the same time, it's a hobby that it's very lucrative. I cannot tell you how much, but it is very, very lucrative. So having that freedom, having that security of a hobby that pays well, actually gives you a better outlook and perspective in life. For example, you're stuck to an 8 to 5. Sometimes you feel trapped. Not everybody is blessed to have a job that they love. Sometimes you're just forced because you need to pay the bills. Diba? You go through, you dread Mondays, you're excited for Fridays, you're just excited for the weekends. Pero having something to fall back on, a hobby that can make you money, sometimes even more than your day job, I think is one of the best things that every person can have. Be it sabihin natin a YouTube account, be it a side business, be it a side hustle, basta having that secondary layer na you enjoy, na you're good at, that you can make money, that you can also make an impact. So if you can find that, then I think you'll be good. I've never been as happier personally ever since I started doing YouTube because of that layer, because of that security that's there. Na it's something that, uy, fun to, gawin ko to, fight. Tapos tira ka lang ng tira, nag-enjoy ka na, kumikita ka pa. So parang yun yung para sa akin pinakamaganda sa kanya.
May free training ka ba?
Oo nga,
Okay, so kung napanood nyo yung napaka-boring na talk na yun, ginagawa namin yun para sa mga advertisers. Pero para may mga sumuporta sa Tier 1. Kasi at the end of the day, business to, hindi naman pwedeng walang advertisers
Hindi naman
na support.
boring yun
Hindi na boring. Pero para daw, isipin nyo na lang, para kaming TV. May mga bumibili ng mga commercial spots. So, yung Tier 1, kailangan din namin ng mga supports ng mga brand para magkaroon ng income, di ba? So, salamat na lang sa lahat ng nag-invite sa amin doon, syempre. At ikaw, Pao, ano masasabi mo sa talk na yun?
I hope lang na parang naliwanagan namin sila ng kaunti on what it means to be an influencer sa gaming at sa esports. Ang sa akin nga, hindi ko na malayan na tapos na pala siya. Mabilis lang siya, so it would have been siguro better kung mas nakapag-dig deep pa kami. Kasi at the end of the day, tama si Tryke, diba? Negosyo to, and malaking part ng magiging part sila ng business natin would be for them to understand kung ano ba talaga kami, ano ba talaga tayo bilang gamers. Kasi yun nga, natawa tayo nung I think na may include nito pero sa video yung Pogo, yung e-gaming na sabi na please lang, hindi po kami e-gaming, huwag niyo po kaming don't confuse us with that. It's going to be an ongoing struggle, alam naman natin, and kayo hindi nyo na kailangang may convince na ang e-gaming ay iba sa esports. Pero maraming tao, kailangan pa rin nilang maintindihan ng difference. So hopefully, nakalusot tayo kahit papano.
Ikaw, Kik, anong masabi mo doon? Kinabahan ka, nakita namin, naramdaman namin.
Kinabahan ako. Kasi ang gagaling yung lahat, tas pang-apat ako. So yung unang pasok ko, alam mo, naisip ko, anong sasabihin ko? Sobrang kinabahan ako, nanginginig yung kamay ko, ginarong ko lang sa likod. Pero na-arouse naman, thank God.
Pero happy ka naman dun sa naging sa mga sinabi mo after nung hindi ka na kinakabahan.
Kulang eh. Oo naman, happy naman ako. Pero, ako naman, bida-bida naman talaga.
Okay, so kung napanood nyo lahat yun, maraming salamat sa pagtapos ng video na to. At kung umabot ka sa point na to, gusto ko rin paalam sa inyo na naghahanap kami ng account manager. Ang account manager basically is yung nag-handle ng mga brands na katrabaho namin. So kung account manager ka at gusto mong mag-work sa tier 1, paki-comment na lang sa baba at i-email at sasagutin ko kayo. So i-comment nyo na I'm an account manager, I work at malalalala. Tapos babasahin ko yan, promise. Sige.